Good evening. We'll call to order the meeting of the Lake Mills Police and Fire Commission. Roll call. Everyone is here except for Commissioner Farnsworth. So everyone is here with one absence. We do have the minutes from the June 18th, 2015 meeting, which means it's been over a year since we've had a meeting. You've all had a chance to review the minutes. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
I'll second
Motion
it.
made and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. This is the first time that this meeting has been telecast for local cable broadcast, so we thank the cablecaster for that. We usually have very short meetings, but nonetheless important. The next item on our agenda is election of commission vice chair and secretary. We do not elect the chair. My position is appointed by the city manager, and I have not been asked to step down, so I'm assuming I was either reappointed or it lasts until I quit.
Probably.
Okay, thank you. We have in place a vice chair and a secretary, but we need to, as I say, have that election every year. Is there a motion that someone would care to make, putting names forth?
Let's see here. I make a motion for Russ as vice chair. Can I do that?
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion made and seconded for Supervisor Christensen to be our vice chair. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I will move that we continue with Commissioner Wers as our secretary. Is there a second to that?
I'll second that one.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carried. And we thank you, gentlemen, for your willingness to serve. Number 5 on our agenda, Fire Chief report.
I have no business for the commission tonight.
Thank you. Nothing in a year. Police chief report is next. Anything, Chief, before we get to number 6, Part A?
Oh, no, I just like to welcome everybody back after a year. It's good to see everybody again. Not that we don't run into each other on occasion out there in the community, but I just kind of been thinking about the longevity that has occurred since our last meeting. I think that's a positive indication that we haven't had any serious discipline issues that would have come in front of, came to the commission, as well as longevity within the departments. So I guess it's kind of my job to make your job boring, and so it's. I guess I could say it appears to be kind of a positive thing. I'd like to meet a little bit more often, but it's nice to see everybody again after a year.
Well, and I agree 100%. We don't meet unnecessarily. We only meet when there is something on the agenda, and so when we don't meet, I take that as a sign that everything is going very smoothly. So thank you. Okay, pursuant to Police and Fire Commission Rule number 2, Part 1 CI, the Commission is required to take action upon hearing the evaluation of the Chief of Police regarding the completion of Police Officer Jared Fish's probationary period. And just to clarify, I'm citing from the manual for the Police and Fire Commission, which states that after a probationary period, a police officer, sergeant, or captain must be evaluated. Such determination shall be made by the chief of police and presented to the Police and Fire Commission for their approval. The primary criteria for the probationary police officer's evaluation shall be, quote, reasonable and satisfactory performance and understanding of the duties of a police officer, sergeant, or captain as set forth in the relative job descriptions, unquote. So I'll turn it back over to our police chief.
Yeah, regarding the requirements under that rule and regulation, Officer Fish has successfully completed the Lake Mills Police Department field training program and has successfully completed the probationary period as well. He is doing an excellent job. I have high hopes for him. He's acclimated well into the police department and into the community. And I really have no concerns that he is going to be a good addition to our police department as well as to the community. And with that, I recommend council's approval to move Officer Jared Fish from the probationary officer status to the full-time non-probationary officer status with the City of Lake Mills PD.
Very good, thank you. Vicki, do we need a formal motion for this?
Probably one of you could make a motion that you're accepting the evaluation of the police chief and then welcome Officer Fish as a regular full-time police officer.
Well said. Would someone like to make a motion
I'll make a
to that
motion.
effect?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Wonderful. Thank you, and welcome, Officer Jared Fish. We're pleased to have you as a member of our police department and part of our community. Thank you. Any other business? Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. Motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you all.